What is up everyone, and welcome back to another Operation Xbox 360 video. Today we're going to continue looking at my collection, going through my titles beginning with N and a few beginning with O, just because we don't have enough titles at the minute to make a full video on O. So without further ado, let's run the intro. So the first game we've got is Nier. Now this is a really good game. I only played it because of the newer Niers, but this so the story is I don't like playing series of games without starting from the beginning. If I'm going to play a series, I have to start from the beginning. I know this isn't the proper beginning because this is a spin-off from Drakengard, I think, from the PlayStation 2 days. But this is the first sort of Nier game. Now, I know they've done on the Series X, you've got Nier Automata or Ultima or something, that Automa or something like that, and you've got Nier Replicant. And I thought, oh, I'll play them too. They look good, and I've heard that they've got really good stories. So I thought I'll play this one first because why not? It's the first game. And then I realised that Nier Replicant was actually a remake-ish of this Nier. So the different, I think as far as I can see, it's pretty much exactly the same game. It's got all the same characters almost, except instead of like this one where you are father and daughter, in the new version of Nier Replicant, it's brother and sister. So rather than a father going on these, journeys to save his daughter, you've now got a brother going on the journey to save his sister, which I don't think holds as much substance. I think a father will always do more for his daughter than a brother would. I'm not saying that there aren't brothers out there that would, die for their sisters and stuff like that, but I just feel like it's a fatherly thing. And the game was brilliant. And once I completed it, as it was one of the first games I completed on the Operation Xbox journey that I'm on, once I completed it, I realised that Nier Replicant is just a remake of this. So now I'm unsure whether I want to go and play Nier Automata, because I feel like it's going to follow on from the brother sister rather than the father daughter thing. I will probably still play it, but that's the story behind Nier. It's a really good game. The soundtrack's absolutely amazing. It's a really good game. I really enjoyed playing this, and I think it holds up today. Even this version, I don't really understand why they've made it a replicant, and I don't understand why they've come away from the fatherly daughterly thing either. So, but this is Nier. It is backwards compatible, and I do have it full complete in box. So Nier. Next one we've got is 99 Nights. Now I don't understand why it's N3. I don't know if it's like 3 N's because 99 Nights. I mean, I know that's quite obvious and that makes sense, but that to me says like N cubed, which I don't understand why they've used it in this context, is what I mean. Now this is the first game, I believe, which also leads me to why is there a 3 on it. I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think this is the first game, and there is a 99 Nights 2, and that is, I think that's quite an expensive one. I'm not sure if it's on the rarities, but it is definitely on the more expensive end of the games. This is the cheaper first copy, but it looks like quite a good game. This is complete in box. I've got a little bit of a rip there on the manual where someone's taken the sticker off it, but I'd rather have that as a manual than not have a manual at all. So that's still as good as it can get, complete in box. It looks quite Final Fantasy-esque. A sweeping saga, an ancient betrayal, a battle to end all battles. large scale battles, stunning visuals, choose sides between light and darkness, epic campaign for the eyes of seven different characters fighting for good or evil to obtain the powerful Stone of Union. So it looks like quite a good adventure-y sort of game. I think I have quite a lot of fun playing that. It isn't backwards compatible, but that's why we've got an Xbox 360, isn't it? There's always going to be one of these NBA games. I have only got the one as we speak. I will be getting them all, but I won't be reading them off. If I show the other ones, it will be in a pickup video. So NBA 2K7, big Shaq on the front for Miami Heat. I'm not a big fan of sports games. It's not complete inbox. I don't know. It might be. I don't know if a lot of these sports games don't come with manuals. It's not backwards compatible either, but it is on the Xbox 360 catalog, so I do need to get it. Yeah, sports games for me. I'm a big sports fan. I like sports. I like playing sports, but I don't really enjoy playing them on the computer. I prefer, if I'm going to play a sports game, it's normally Football Manager, where it's not actually playing the game, it's the strategy behind it all and picking things and picking teams and tactics and trying to make things work as a collective rather than just controlling one or two players and playing the game. I feel like that's a bit cheating, really. I'm not a big fan of them sort of games, but I have to get them anyway. Next, we've got a bit of a series of games. We've got Need for Speed Shift. This is not backwards compatible, but it is complete in box. Not really much to say. It's a car racing game. It just seems like a car racing game. There's not really much else to it, I don't imagine. I know some of the Need for Speed games we've got there have different sort of aspects to them. This one just seems like a racing driver. I don't know if you've got like a career sort of thing to it or what, but that's Need for Speed Shift. And we've also got Need for Speed Shift 2 limited edition. This one's all in French. It is a PAL copy, but all of the writing on the back is in French. So that's a bit of a weird one. Nothing on the front, and it's a British game, but I don't know. Even that is in euros, so maybe it was a European game from France. The manual is definitely foreign, but I mean, Need for Speed Shift Unleashed 2 shouldn't be that hard to get hold of, and if it is, I've got it. Whether it's in, it doesn't really matter if it's in French. You can change languages, I'm sure, in the game. Plus, it's just a race game, so I'm sure if it's a good one, I'll pick it up in full English. But this one is in French. It's not backwards compatible, like it's a prequel. So that's Need for Speed Shift Unleashed 2. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. This one, obviously, it's racing because it's Need for Speed, but this one seems to be cops and robbers more. I haven't really played a proper racing game, if I'm honest, since Need for Speed Underground, and that was years and years ago. But that had a banging soundtrack. But this one seems to be racing. It says like there's a lot of an online aspect to it as well. You can race against your friends, driven by social competition. Again, mainly just racing, so it's not backwards compatible, but that is in my library. Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is the cheaper version. You can get the, I think it's 95 or 98 version. Sorry, 95, it's 2005, isn't it? Sorry, 05. Need for Speed 05 Most Wanted. That's like a rarity. This is a remake of that, I think. I don't know why it's a remake of it, because it's on the same console as the other one, so I don't know, maybe it is better. I haven't played it. Again, it's a Need for Speed game, so this one is a bit more open world though, I believe. Yeah, open world. Make trouble for cops and friends. Need for Speed. It doesn't have a manual, or does it? No, it has a lot of. It has one of them warranty things, and it has a lot of these things in it, but it is not backwards compatible. That's Need for Speed Most Wanted. And the last Need for Speed we've got at the minute, Need for Speed Undercover. This one looks like it's got more of a story-driven aspect to it. It looks like it. I don't know whether it has. It just gives that vibe, whereas the others just give racing vibes. Trust no one, outrun everyone. So this to me, this would be the one I'd play out of the ones I have. This one is complete in box, but it does not play on the new consoles, so it's not backwards compatible. Moving on to another sports game. This one, NHL 2K7. I don't remember the last time I played a hockey game. Well, I say that, I lie. I do remember the last time I played a hockey game, and it was when I was a kid. And it was, I don't know if it was on the PlayStation 1, but it was everyone was always Mighty Ducks, Anaheim Mighty Ducks. And I enjoyed it. It was all right, but I don't think it was my cup of tea. Again, it's a sports game. I don't really like controlling a person playing a sport. It's not really my thing. So this is, again, 2K7. That's completely random how they're both 2K7 NBA and NHL, and they're the only two that I have, but that's just because probably they're the cheapest ones. They were the first ones or something, and they're the only ones I've got hold of so far. So this is not backwards compatible, but it does have a manual, which is wild. So that is NHL 2K7. The next one is Night at the Museum 2. Now, I picked this up because I heard it was sort of slowly going up in price, and I didn't want it to be one of those games that I've waited for and it's just gone up, and then I've had to pay over the price for it. I think I paid about £10 for this off Vinted. It's in really good condition. It's not backwards compatible. Does come complete with manual, but I do think that it will also be quite a good game to play. I quite enjoy movie sort of based games, and it sort of, I like the film as well. It lends itself to that sort of adventure. You can have lots of different aspects to a game based on the different things you'd see in a museum, which I think lends itself quite well to a computer game. So yeah, that's Night at the Museum 2 video game. Excuse me. Ninja Blade from Software. I'm hoping this is I think this is an earlier sort of game. Sorry, an earlier sort of game. Does have quick events in, which I've mentioned before. I'm not a big fan of quick time events, not quick events. I don't like games from Software. I don't not like them. I'm sure they're really good games, but as I mentioned before in my videos, I like to play games for fun, not rage. I don't like being annoyed and angry. Like I play games to wind down. So I'm hoping this will be an easier way in, like a let's dip our toes in before we get into the likes of Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and whatnot. I don't know if it's a bit easier. I'm hoping it's a bit easier, and then it will probably build up my skill set for those games. But I've never played any of these games because I honestly get a bit of anxiety over them. I just feel like, am I going to enjoy it? But I have them. I have Dark Souls 1 and 2 as well now, I believe. So I will play them. I'm just a bit worried about it. So Tokyo Under Siege, a modern day ninja for a 21st century enemy. So it sounds good, to be fair. It is complete in box, but it is not backwards compatible. So that's Ninja Blade. Next up, another ninja, Ninja Gaiden. This one is it's a big name game, isn't it? And I'm not gonna say I've played it before because I haven't, but I do know that it has a big cult following, Ninja Gaiden. It looks fun from what I've seen from it. It seems like it's going to be fun. It's fast. It's fluid action, and you know, it should be good. I just haven't really got round to it. Again, fighting games and things like that, I'm not a massive fan of. I don't mind it if it's in a story-driven environment, but I just don't like games that fight for the sake of fighting. If it's anything like Knight's Contract or things like that, that's different. I love a story, you know, or Fable, where you're actually fighting as you're progressing through the game. But I don't know. It just seems a bit too much fighting. I'll find out. I will play it. It is backwards compatible, and it does come complete in box, which is nice. Next up, we've got Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. This is only a dead cheap game. This is a quid or something like that. It's complete in box with manual, and it is backwards compatible. I've not played this yet. Seems like an army based shooter game, which they're decent in their own rights. It depends. I quite enjoyed. I know it's not quite the same, but Homeland, Home. What's it called? Can't think what it was called. Homefront. Homefront. I quite enjoyed Homefront, which was that sort of thing. Again, it's not just shooting for shooting's sake. It's not a battle royale. It's not just killing people who are, you know, all equal. You know, it's a story-driven game that you progress through, and you know you shoot. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that sort of game, and this does seem like that sort of game. We've also got the next one. I think it's the next one. It might be the one before. Red River, same game. Operation Flashpoint, Red River. This one's based in Afghanistan and China, and the People's Liberation Army and US forces face up in a deadly military flashpoint. So it might be good. That it just looks at that cover does look a bit dodgy. I don't know if that's the real cover or not. It doesn't have anything saying it's not the real cover. It just looks a little bit sus. But yeah, same with the other Operation Flashpoint. I imagine if it's anything like that, then I'll enjoy it. That one is also backwards compatible, and did I say comes with complete in box. The next one, we've got two left. This one I got because a lot of people were raving about it, and I'm not really sure why, because none of these games seem my type of games, and that is the orange box. Half-Life, when I was younger, was basically a PC game, and I've still not really ever played it, but it is supposed to be a really good game, and it's supposed, well, according to this, it's the best-selling, highest-rated action game of all time. So I maybe have just like overlooked it and thought, you know what, not bothered. But it also comes with episode 1 and 2 of that. And it also has the first Portal, which, if you've seen my last video about pickups, you will see that I've just picked up Portal 2, which I didn't have much love for, should we say. But people keep going on about it, so I'm going to give that a go. And again, I don't like starting from the second one, so I will probably play Portal 1 first, give that a go, then go through to Portal 2. And then we've got Team Fortress, which is it seems like, I might be wrong, but it seems like a battle royale type game, which isn't really my cup of tea either. But this isn't a cheap, it's not an expensive game, it's sort of mid-range, but you can't really complain when it's got 5 games in one box. So it's got Half-Life 1 and 2, Team Fortress 2, Portal, what's the 5th game then? Half-Life Episode 2, Half-Life Episode 1, Team Fortress 2 and Portal, and a bonus game apparently. I don't know what else is in there. It is the most complete Half-Life 2 collection to date apparently, so that's awesome. I suppose I'll give it a go. And I have had a lot of people say that Half-Life is a good game. I'm not really clued up to what it's about or anything like that. So we'll give it a go and see where it goes with that. And the last one is Overlord. And then he said Overlord 2 then. I did a little thing last week where I went through all my games. There's like 350 odd Xbox 360 games, just to see which ones had manuals and which ones didn't, so that I can order new manuals online to make them complete, obviously. Sorry, hang on. I didn't mention that is complete. Sorry, that is backwards compatible as well. So back to Overlord. And I had Overlord 1 and Overlord 2, but when I opened the box in Overlord 2, it didn't have the game in. So I don't know whether that's been played in another console or something's happened. I don't know. I don't know. But it wasn't in its box. So now I don't have Overlord 2, which means I've got to pick it up again. I did really, really, really enjoy Overlord when I was younger. I played it loads. Overlord is a good game in general. A lot of fun, a lot of quirky humour, and you basically just send your horde of minions to do your bidding. And it's a general good fun game. They go out and smash and destroy everything. You fight some battles and stuff. You build up your tower of evil, and become the overlord that they need, I suppose. But it is a really, really good game. And now I've got to get Overlord 2 again. So that's why you do them sort of, checks on your games every now and then to make sure that they're all intact. But the majority of my games do have manuals, unless I've only just bought them, and then I'll collect the manuals separately. This one is backwards compatible, and it is complete in box. So with that is the end of this episode. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you could subscribe, that would be great as well. Peace.